Hey everyone, Chevy here and welcome back to some more SWE NXT. I forgot to mention last time, I apologise for the lapse in videos for a week. I lost my voice, as you do. But we are back now in full flow and there's a massive episode for you tonight. And here we go again. Here we go then. It looks like we do have Adam Cole in action here this evening. We're not seeing much of him recently. We do understand that he does want to talk after this match, where he's going to be faced off against a local enhancement talent. You know, because that's what you do in wrestling. You make somebody look good by giving them someone crappy to beat up. That's exactly what you want to do.
Weighing in at 205 pounds, Adam Cole.
What I'm looking forward to, actually. I think it should be an interesting episode, this one. We've got some good matches for you, and thankfully, after me absolutely beeping, moaning over and over and over and over again, WWE 2K Undisputed Era, whoever's done it, has brought back the Elimination match. So we're going to play around with that in tonight's main event. I might have gone a little bit overkill. I know some people aren't too keen on those sort of matches, but I've gone very overkill, I must admit. And we will get into that a little bit later on, but it will be a fatal four-way tornado elimination tag team match. Yep, that was a lot of words. And the winner will get an opportunity at the tag team champions at Shabby Takeover. Anyway, let's crack into this first match as Adam Cole takes on some random tit. That's no point in skipping the entrance now. I've talked through it, isn't it? There he is. I believe his name is Cole Quinn. I think he's part of the career mode, but we're going to give him an opportunity here today. Let's see what he can do against Adam Cole. Well, not much, as Adam Cole just neck breakers him straight away. A boot in the spine as well. Another knee in the spine, and Adam Cole has had firm control of Cole Quinn so far before wrenching back at the neck. Adam Cole is in firm control, and I don't feel like this man should be much of a danger for him so far. He reminds me of, right, and there's going to be a very small sliver of you who even know who I'm on about. He reminds me of Peter Avalon. If you recognise that name, then well done to you. Peter Avalon was involved in quite a lot of PWG around about the 2013 to 2015 sort of era, maybe even earlier than that, to be honest with you. He was quite small. He did actually turn up in TNA once or twice. Was he called Dewey something? Dewey... No, was it WWE he was in? I can't remember now, but his name was Dewey something or other. That was Peter Avalon, and he got used in quite a few squash matches. They said he was like a merchandise seller and loved wrestling and that sort of stuff, but he was part of PWG. I believe he was part of a stable at some point, but he's getting hammered here, old Cole Quinn. There's a super kick to the face by Adam Cole. Cole Quinn literally got one or two slight strikes in, but apart from that, Adam Cole has dominated this match. Adam Cole now taking Quinn up and drops him brain buster onto the knee. There's the pin. And oh no, Cole Quinn kicked out. Adam Cole can't believe it. He thought his time here was done. Now, it's been a tricky one. We've not seen a lot of Cole recently. He had a few opportunities early on in the Universe mode, but there it is, the big knee strike to the face. That's got to be enough for Cole Quinn. But yeah, it's interesting to see where Adam Cole has not really been involved much recently. We have been offering him certain matches, to be honest with you, and he has been declining quite a lot. So not quite sure what the situation is there, but Adam Cole is victorious. Now, we do understand he wants to talk, which it looks like he's just remembered. Oh, he's just going to just randomly assault Cole Quinn, the poor lad. Getting his big moment here in our NXT Universe mode. He's been absolutely battered. Right, someone get Adam Cole a mic. I have proved over and over and over again now that there's nobody on this roster anywhere near as good as me. That's why I've just not been wrestling as much. It's not worth my time. So Shabby Gamer, if you are watching, please, please, give me something special at Shabby Takeover. That's what I want. I want something big, something special, something that's going to really steal the show. Well, Adam Cole, I am listening, and your wish is my command. I got a few ideas that I think will really, really be amazing for Shabby Takeover. And here is our second match of the evening. Tyler Breeze takes on Velveteen Dream, which I think is actually going to be a very interesting match. And here comes Tyler Breeze. Somebody who I think I've mentioned a few times in the past was quite a big name in NXT, but since joining the main roster, in fairness, I always say this, I mean, I never thought joining the main roster was ever going to be a top name, but I feel like at some point in his career he could get maybe a Intercontinental or a US Championship run. But at the moment he's having fun, he's enjoying himself, he's a main part of the SmackDown roster, he's part of something that's working pretty well. However, I do think 205 Live is somewhere where Tyler Breeze needs to be. And when we start our 205 Live roster in a few weeks' time, I think it's actually going to start beginning of December now, 205 Live. I feel like Tyler Breeze is definitely be part of that, and maybe even Fandango joining him. It all depends on how liberal I'm going to be with weights and how pernickety you guys are going to be as well. And here is his opponent. It is the Velveteen Dream. So here we go. The match is underway and Tyler Breeze getting an early backstabber. You know what? I don't know. I don't know on this one. I really don't. I feel like it's a pretty even match. I think that on recent form, Velveteen would possibly be the favourites. However, would they? I don't know. It said it's one of those sort of ones that's really a... It's really a mixed bag. It could really go either way, and with provocative pins like that, I think Velveteen needs to... Velveteen's very style over substance sometimes, and I think he needs to realise that if he wants to go further up the ladder. I mean, I think he'll get the opportunity. I really feel like it's amazing to think this guy did. Who actually won? Here we go. This is a question for you guys. The question of the day. The question of the day. Question of the day. Who actually won NXT? Because I've got no idea. Or is it not NXT Tough Enough? Because Patrick Clark, of course, Velveteen Dream, he did not. I think he got eliminated 3rd or 4th from the end. And I remember seeing an interview with him on... was backstage, and I can't remember who it was with now. I got a feeling it might have been Shawn Michaels, but I might be talking complete balderdash. But basically, whoever it was said to him, look, I'm amazed you've not won this because you've got the one thing that every wrestler needs. It's not wrestling ability, it's pure charisma. You're good on the mic, and you can tell a story. It's a bit like Shinsuke Nakamura. You can connect with a crowd without actually speaking. Just in your movements, your actions, the way you are in the ring, the personality you put across, and that's exactly what Velveteen's got. And I think it took a few people a little bit of time to really get, and I know PJ Toby wasn't too keen to start off with, but I think it took a few people a little bit of time to really get him, but I feel like now he's really has got a backing. And the thing is, the way I've got to it now, right, is that NXT has never let me down. I mean, everyone that I've seen NXT so far has been fantastic. So when they do bring a dodgy gimmick, I give it time. There's a beauty shot. I give it time because I say that they've never let me down. So, wow, Tyler Breeze. What a win that is for Tyler Breeze, defeating the Velveteen Dream here in NXT. Wow, that's a big, big win that is for Tyler Breeze. And I wonder... I think Tyler Breeze is going to be part of our Cruiserweight Classic tournament, I believe, to crown our first 205 Live champion, or our first Cruiserweight champion, should I say. But that's a big win, that is, for Tyler Breeze. I'm pretty impressed with that. I mean, Velveteen has not been bad at all. I say Velveteen's been pretty strong in this universe, man. There was a super kick, followed up by the beauty shot, that spinning heel kick by Tyler Breeze. Enough for the 1, the 2, and the 3 count. So there we go. Tyler Breeze is victorious. I don't know why I've got a bit Brian Blessed all of a sudden. Hello! It's my best Brian Blessed impression. Do you like it? If you don't know who Brian Blessed is, then he's a guy who shouts a lot. I think I've got a bit funny. I've had a few cans of beer before I started recording. You know what happened, right? I left work at 3 o'clock. I got out early and I thought, right, I'm going to get home. I'm going to record NXT straight away. It's now 11:30. I don't know where those last 8 hours have gone. I really don't. But I have drunk a few beers and watched a lot of YouTube. This is going to be manic. I can feel it right now. I'm going to get so distracted and so confused during this match, but I'm looking forward to it so much. Right. Fatal 4-way tornado tag team elimination match. Yes, that was a lot of words to put together. That's exactly what this is. We've got the Street Profits, the Authors of Pain, the Forgotten Sons, and TM61. The winners go on to face off against the Revival at Shabby Takeover for the Tag Team Championships. Let's go. And here is the first team then. Pretty cool looking entrance, aren't they, really? Pretty cool. I really like them, to be honest with you. It is the Authors of Pain, a real favourite to win this match for me. And here is the other team. One of the other teams in the match. It is the Forgotten Sons. It's Steve Cutler and... It's not Buddy Murphy, is it? It's the other one. It's Blake. Wesley Blake. Wesley Blake and Steve Cutler. I did it. I did it, Mum. And team number 3 is the Street Profits. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. And here are the final team in this match. It is TM61, currently known as the Mighty, I believe. So let's see how this works. Fatal 4-way tornado tag team elimination. I'm assuming that the game is not intelligent enough to eliminate a whole team via pinfall. So I'm assuming that we are going to see 7 pinfalls or submissions in this match. It could be a long one, this one, I must admit. But I really like it. I really do. And I think the thing is looking at NXT, right, this is a realistic match for NXT. Because they're not afraid of having multiple tag teams going at once. The NXT tag team division has been one of the strongest things in WWE for quite some time. And they do like to utilise many teams at once. We've seen one of my favourite matches in NXT history was DIY versus the Revival versus Authors of Pain. And that little segment of time where DIY and the Revival joined forces to take out AOP. It was such great fun. And of course, we've seen a lot of these sort of matches. We've seen a lot of the multi-tag team matches. And the tag team division in NXT is not as strong as it once was, but it's still pretty strong. And that's only because a lot of the tag teams in there are not overly experienced. I mean, TM61 could be experienced right now, but unfortunately we suffered a bad injury to one of them and we didn't see them for a while. Forgotten Sons are quite new. Street Profits are quite new, and I think they're a bit gimmicky to really be seen as a real effective tag team. But there are some really, really good teams on the roster. I like Heavy Machinery, I must admit. But again, they're quite sort of comedic, and I think Heavy Machinery as a heel tag team would work very effectively. But at the moment, they're both just very likeable characters. But I think as a tag team, a heel tag team, those two big strong men would definitely be very, very effective and be very, very hated, which is a good thing for a heel tag team. Forgotten Sons, of course, is a stable that's recently been created in NXT, which is based around former members of the military in America. There's a nice sit-out powerbomb there, middle of the ring. And we almost have our first elimination. I like that, though. Did you see what just happened there? So, Wesley Blake was being pinned by Nick Miller, I believe. And everyone, because it's elimination, everybody ignored it. Apart from Steve Cutler, who slid in to try and break it. I like that. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good dynamic. I do like that. I just slam in Montez Ford face first into the mat there by Wesley Blake on the outside. Of course, this is elimination, but I believe only pinfalls and submissions inside the ring will count. I think that's how I set it up. Of course, this is not a standard match type. This is one you have to create yourself. And I'm a big fan of elimination. I don't know why, but I just think it, especially on this game, I think it works really well because you have to eliminate all your opponents. So it gets rid of the dodgy finishes a lot. Oh, you know what I'd like? Oh, maybe that we can do an own new match type. I'd like to do 6-man Hell in a Cell elimination would be nice. See if we can actually get people outside the cell would be good. I feel like we could do that, but I think I would have to take control of somebody. And then I would have to try and break through the cell. Make that my one sort of job I have to do. And if I can break through the cell, then I believe on previous games, as soon as the cell is broken open, everyone else will leave. Maybe I could do that. Maybe I could do a 6-man... I might try it. I might just do it as a random match just to see if it works. Do a 6-man elimination, Hell in a Cell, Falls Count anywhere, and just see if people go outside the ring. I might do that actually the next few days. Nice powerbomb there, and I tell you what, Wesley Blake and Steve Cutler look like the team that's going to be eliminated first because they're getting pinned left, right, and centre. Although Blake's doing pretty well there, taking out one of the members of AOP and also Nick Miller as well. Now up on the top, Frog Splash. There's the pin. No elimination though. It's a real mess. There's so many people in the ring at the same time. Maybe we should have made this Falls Count anywhere, I think maybe. That would have made it a bit better. Although now we are getting a few ejections. We've only got 6 in the ring now. Montez Ford and Shane Thorne. Looks like... Oh, hello. Wow. One of the members of Authors of Pain have been eliminated. That's a big one, that. I had Authors of Pain down as my favourite, so that is true then. So everyone has to be individually eliminated. I had Authors of Pain down as my favourites for this one, to be honest. And they're down to one single member. That does not mean anything at this point in time. At this point in time, he's on his own, yes, but that does not mean that it's going to be any much of a weakness. I think later on in the match when it might get down to 2-on-1, then it might be a problem. But at this point, AOP is still in this one. Although it looks like Steve Cutler is really woken over. Is that? I think that's A-Cam. I think Ray Zawa's one has been eliminated. It's German suplex there. And Forgotten Sons really working well together. As sit-out powerbomb there, middle of the ring by Nick Miller on Montez Ford. Is that Montez Ford? That's Angelo Dawkins, isn't it? No. Angelo Dawkins on the outside. Here's Montez Ford. And this match has really opened up now. The fact that one member of AOP has been eliminated already really interests me, that does. It really does. Nice frog splash there. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. AOP are gone. Wow. Both members of Authors of Pain were the first 2 eliminated. That is a massive, massive surprise for me. That leaves the Forgotten Sons, the Mighty / TM61, and the Street Profits. Wow, I thought AOP were going to walk this, to be honest. And they were the first 2 people eliminated. Forgotten Sons looking fantastic. Really are looking so strong. Nice power slam there as well by... Is that Cutler or is that Blake? I think that's Blake. The belly-to-belly suplex there as well on Angelo Dawkins. Montez Ford gets clothesline to the outside, and now it's just 2 members of the... Ooh. It was 2 members of the Forgotten Sons in the ring, but now Montez Ford and both members of TM61 in there now as well. That's Montez Ford there with a neck breaker on Steve Cutler. Nice sit-out powerbomb by Nick Miller. But he did manage to get the pin. I think he was too close to... I think rope breaks are on. I think that's the problem on this one. Needs to turn rope breaks off. Or not rope breaks, but automatic rope breaks. I think needs to turn off. Dawkins, nice. Striking ability on Cutler. Up into a big spine buster as well. Nice drop kick. Remember, I think TM61 are actually the tag team champions from Rising, if I remember correctly. They were the team that walked out at the end of that universe. That's Elimination. I wasn't paying attention. That's Elimination. That's Steve Cutler, I think, is gone. Steve Cutler's gone. So we've got both members of TM61, both members of the Street Profits, and one member of Forgotten Sons left in this match. I still can't believe AOP were number 1 and number 2 eliminated. That's insane for me. I think if I was Wesley Blake, I'd just sort of hang out and stay away from this because it looks like TM61 and Street Profits are fighting each other. I think I'd just avoid confrontation and try and just pick up the pieces at the end. But Wesley Blake is obviously a very honourable man. As I said, he's former military, so that probably explains a lot why. Where's Angela Dawkins disappeared to? Oh, he's on the far side. Oh, there he is, yeah. Nick Miller there with the Dragon Screwers. There's an Ibushi bomb there. Wow, that's big. That's got to be the elimination of the final Forgotten Son. 1, 2, and 3 is gone. It's down to TM61 versus the Street Profits in a elimination tag team tornado match. 2-on-2. Pin here, 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Angela Dawkins looking to drop the fist in the face. But Nick Miller taking him up. Sit out powerbomb again, you mate. You're going to be too close to the ropes again, aren't you? Well, he does drag him away from the ropes. He's going to go for the... What are you doing? Shane Thorne steals the pin. 1, 2, and 3. Wow, it's 2-on-1 now. TM61 looking good here. Montez Ford versus Nick Miller and Shane Thorne. Surely Ford can't pull this off, surely. Or can he? Oh, wow. He's going to go for a DDT. Hits it. Has he just done this? Has he brought this back to 1-1? Maybe not. He's got to get the pin if he's going to do it now. He's got to go quick before Shane Thorne gets back in the ring. There's the frog splash. There's the pin. 1. Only enough for a 2 count. It was just too slow and Shane Thorne got back there in time. The numbers game. Just too much. Shane Thorne fighting back with the strikes on Montez Ford. Clothesline to the back of the neck. Rolls him over into the pin. Nick Miller struggling to get back up to a standing base. But it does not matter. And TM61 have a clean sweep as well. The pair of them survive. Now that's a massive momentum builder. I'm just stunned with Authors of Pain being eliminated 1 and 2. I love it was all in order as well. Like Authors of Pain were 1 and 2. Forgotten Sons were 3 and 4. Street Profits were 5 and 6. It was like perfectly in order the whole way through. But I enjoyed that match. I don't know about you, but I enjoyed that match. And it was an interesting match. And it does mean that we are going to have TM61 versus the Revival at Shabby Takeover for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Right, there we go. That's the end of this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then please do slap a like. And then, of course, subscribe if you're new around here and you want to see some more. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. And I will see you very, very soon for our next episode of NXT, as well as the Cruiserweight Classic. And if you're lucky, even a random match as well. Bye.